Matthew was an average college graduate, top of the dean's list every semester he was at the University of Kansas. At that time, Matt met the love of his life, Laura. Laura had also attended the same university. They met in one of their social sciences class in their second semester. They knew immediately that they were in love. After college, Matt and Laura decided to move together. They found a place in Louisiana, a nice condo. The realtor was a woman named Jill Patterson. When asked, all Jill said about the condo is that it was in a rough neighborhood. Neither Matt nor Laura minded. It was cheap and the right space. The condo was in a rough area, but Matt and Laura both studied anthropology, so they liked living in an environment with people that don't act the same as everyone else. After Matt and Laura moved into the condo and had settled into a routine and unpacked, the place had a kind of a dark feeling. One night, Matt was woken up by a sound that sounded like glass breaking in their kitchen in the downstairs half of the home. Matt grabbed his baseball bat he had bought just for an incident like this. Matt had wakened Laura as he told her about the sound, so she followed him down the stairs. He approached the kitchen with caution and flipped the lights on with a loud, "Hey!" But nothing was there. No broken glass, no people, nothing. Matt and Laura were very confused by the whole situation, as would anybody in that situation. The same thing happened for about a week. Every night, the same thing. One night, the noise didn't happen. Matt thought whatever it was that had made the sounds had stopped. As soon as he was about to fall asleep, a loud, high-pitched, blood-curdling scream that sounded like a little girl shook Matt out of his twilight-like state between sleep and consciousness. Matt sat up fast in a hurried state and woke Laura up. "Babe, did you hear that?" "No, I didn't hear anything, hon. What happened?" "You didn't hear that scream?" "No, dear. You probably dreamed it. Now just go back to sleep. I have work tomorrow." Matt kissed Laura and lay back down, unable to sleep. The next night it happened again, but it was Friday, so they were both awake. Matt asked her if she heard that scream again. The same answer, no. This happened for about a week straight, and Matt got fed up with this and decided to do a little research. An online article stated this: in the early 1980s, a man went around and killed small innocent children. The man was never found. After a bit more research, Matt found that the family that owned the condo before them had a little girl. In 1984, the man broke into their home and held the family hostage. He tied the mom and dad up so they couldn't escape. He found a little girl in their closet and dragged her down the stairs and brutally raped her, and then he killed her by tying her hands behind her back and stomping her head in. He knocked the parents out and left. In 1987, the parents killed themselves because the image of their daughter kept reappearing in their dreams. Matt was almost sick knowing that this happened to a family in his home. He wanted to move. He was going to tell Laura when she got home. Laura got home and found Matt, or what seemed like him. His hands were tied behind his back and his head was broken open like a crushed eggshell. Blood was all over his body and the floor. Laura stood there shaking and crying profusely, trying not to vomit on the spot. She collapsed onto the floor, covering her face with her hands. As she hesitantly looked up again, she noticed the blood on the wall spelled out something. Innocence.